you we're extremely happy to be back in this championship game. It hasn't been easy. I've told several people this has been a grind this year, going through some injuries and a new quarterback that really has come along well. It's come along very fast, but we've had to work a little bit this year. But we understand the talent that we're playing against. We understand that, a well-coached football team, we've already seen that, and got great respect for Clemson, how they do things. And, I think it's the making of a fantastic football game. The stadium's going to be sold out. It's the way it should be for the championship football game, and I hope both of us can do the game justice and do it right.
Questions, can raise your hand. Let us get the mics to you. Let us know who you are, who you're with. First question to our left.
Hey Frank, David Teal from Newport News. In the first game, you guys gave up 4 sacks. In the last 7 games, you've only given up 6. Can you just talk about the improvement of the offensive line, or is part of that improvement also Logan knowing to get rid of it?
Yeah, and I think the situation too, you don't want to get in 3rd and long. A couple of sacks came at the end of the ball game, and they're laying their ears back, and you don't want to get in that situation against these guys. So, but our offensive line, I do think we've got a lot of experience in there, and they played very well. It's a good group of kids, and they want to be good and want to protect the quarterback. And so I think they've improved, and I think Logan has improved. I think he learns from situations. He gets rid of the ball. All that helps that sack situation too. So I think it's a combination of our offensive line and Logan and the protection.
Steve Reed with the Associated Press. Can you talk about, you guys have been here before, you've won here before. Do you think that experience will pay off tomorrow?
I think experience always matters, but I think what it is, you got a very talented football team that you're going against, a team that they struggled a little bit down at the end here, but I know this, that when you got talent like they have, they're just a play or two away from getting that momentum back, and you understand that. So, it's one game, and I think what's on the field probably means more than, who's got the experience and who doesn't.
Bill Haas, the ACC.com. Frank, what are the ways that you would describe your team as being a different team from the first time you played Clemson?
Well, I hope we'll perform better offensively. I think we're a better offensive team, and then you can't turn the ball over, which we did a couple times in that first Clemson game. So I really believe that offensively we're better. And basically, I think our quarterback has more experience and kept getting better with experience. I think that's big. And then I would hope that we can kick the ball better. With our punting in that first ball game, we really gave up some field position in that part of it. And so I think that's a key part in this whole thing too, is the field position, and that goes back to your kicking game. So I would hope it'd be better there.
David Scott from the Charlotte Observer. 2 questions. Frank, can you talk about the last month that Clemson's had and kind of what differences you've seen in them from when you played them first? I know you touched on it a little bit, but they've been struggling. And then just follow up, can you talk about the game being here in Charlotte? Would you like to stay here, and from your experiences last year also?
Yeah, I'll take that one first. I don't think there's any question. This is a great place for it. I think it's the place for it. I think it's central to the ACC as far as location of teams. The sellouts, I think, are important. Our championship game needs to be sold out, and So to me, it's a great stadium, and you know, I know to Clemson and Virginia Tech, I mean, they're both going to bring a lot of people, but I think you got to have some, you know, some other people supporting your game like they do here in Charlotte. I think they've done a great job of getting support from this community. So you know, I think that I think this is the place for it. And you know, Clemson, there's a thin line. I mean, it's such a thin line between momentum and getting over a hump and not. And I think they just got on the other side of that thin line, and sometimes it's hard to, once you get rolling the other way, it's hard to get it back. But like I said earlier, I think when you got talent on your football team like they do, you know, offensively and defensively, and punter-wise, and, you know, kicking-wise, when they got talent, you know, you get into a game and all of a sudden things get rolling, and we've experienced it firsthand. David Teal wrote an article there. We came here for the first game, our first game against Florida State, and that was the year Florida State, you know, they struggled down the stretch and so forth, but when they got out on the field against us that night, we had a bunch of penalties, and they got us pretty good. So we've got it firsthand. You know, I think what's happened in the past is in the past, and you better get ready to play this one ball game with everything you got, because you know, they're putting a lot into it, and we need to do the same thing.
I think you need better reading material first, but second, is there any question that Danny's going to punt tomorrow night?
Well, you know, that's a pregame decision. Last week we decided to punt Danny in pregame, and but you know, he's punted well this week, but our other kid has too. Brownover's punted well this week too. So we'll see there in pregame.
Back in the room.
Dennis Carter, WSCT TV. Frank, in 07 and 08, you lost to Boston College during the regular season. You came back and beat them in the ACC championship game. You lost to Clemson this year during the regular season. Do you feel like you learned a lot about your team that will allow you to come back and beat Clemson this second time around?
Well, you know, I hope we're a better football team. But again, you know, it's happened to us twice, but that's no sign it's going to happen, you know, 3 times in a row. I think we got to go make it happen, and again, we got to play well. I guarantee you, it's they've got the ability to be really good and have been really good at times, and just got on the wrong side of that momentum deal. But we're going to have to play a great football game. Our kids understand that, and you know, like I said earlier, we got great respect for Clemson, their program, how they do things, and we know we got to play.
Carl Defmaw, WDBJ in Roanoke. Sammy Watkins was largely held under control in the first game. Was that something specific you guys were targeting him on defensively, or how do you hope to do that again in this matchup? It's hard. You know, it's hard because they got so many other guys. You know, you get one stopped, and you know, here goes another one. But you know, he's an explosive guy. You know, I mean, every play he touches the ball, you know, and if he's not touching the ball, you gotta, you know, regard that too. But every time he's got the ball in his hands, I mean, he's a threat to go the distance, and you know, really and he's in an offense with a lot of other guys. It really makes it difficult. Makes it very difficult.
Back of the room.
No question.
No question. Anyone else? Okay. See you tomorrow.
Yep. Thank you all. Appreciate it.